Russia has issued a horrifying Easter ultimatum to the last troops defending Mariupol. Surrender now or be slaughtered. It comes as Moscow intensified its attacks on Ukrainian cities following the sinking of its prized warship.
Central Kyiv lit up from a deadly missile. A direct hit on a former factory, now a steaming wreck, leaving 1 dead and 18 wounded. Russia's defence ministry also claiming to have destroyed a tank factory in Kyiv and armour maintenance facilities in Mykolaiv. As Ukrainians brace for further retaliation following the sinking of the guided missile cruiser Moskva. The Russian Navy Commander-in-Chief meeting with the ship's crew members, but still no acknowledgement of the attack, saying only that a fire had detonated ammunition on board.
Pyongyang state media has announced that North Korean leader Kim Jong-un was on site for what it claims was a successful test launch of a new tactical guided weapon aimed at reinforcing its, quote, tactical nuclear operations. The regime did not reveal the date of the launch, but South Korea's Joint Chiefs of Staff said on Sunday that 2 projectiles were fired on Saturday at around 6 p.m. towards the East Sea from an area near the port city of Hamhung. They reportedly flew roughly 110 kilometers at an altitude of 25 kilometers and a top speed of Mach 4 or under. It's unusual for South Korea to report such a launch a day after the fact, but the Joint Chiefs said they're keeping close tabs on the situation in cooperation with the United States.
What we know currently, and again I say this is very preliminary, we had 12 injured, no fatalities. I repeat, no fatalities. 10 suffered gunshot wounds, 8 were transported, 2 self-reported to area hospitals. Of the 8 gunshot wounds, 2 are in critical but stable, 6 are stable. We had 2 that were injured during the stampede. Non-gunshot wounds, but were injured. And again, we're transported folks to 3 area hospitals. We have 3 people detained. What we know is at least 3 people were seen with firearms inside the mall.
The Western media is known for peddling narratives, especially when they understand the story only halfway. Now we are talking about a familiar culprit, the New York Times. Now this is what their latest headline reads. India is stalling the WHO's efforts to make global COVID death toll public. Now, it's a very catchy starter. Just one problem, it is only half true. The article claims that the World Health Organization is working on a comprehensive report which will provide details on how many people lost their lives to COVID-19. But the New York Times says that the report has been delayed because of India. And that's not all. It has accused the country of hiding numbers.
A wave of new anti-abortion laws hitting 4 states this week. Florida is the latest after Republican Governor Ron DeSantis signed into law a bill that bans the procedure after 15 weeks of pregnancy. That's without any exemptions for rape or incest. CNN's Nadia Romero is here with more on all this. Nadia.
Well, Fred, I mean, when we look at all of these states that are following this trend, it really sparked with 2 states, Texas and Mississippi. Mississippi back in 2018 that passed their 15-week abortion ban. Now that case is before the Supreme Court. Then it was Texas back in September with their 6-week abortion ban that many call the heartbeat bill, and that went into effect in September. Since then, Republican-led controlled legislatures all over the country have been passing these restrictive abortion bans, and we saw Florida and Oklahoma adding themselves to that growing list just this week.
The newly elected Somali parliament convened for the first time Saturday with new legislators sworn in. The session set the ball rolling for the election of the next president. The parliamentary elections should have been completed before incumbent President Mohammed's term expired in February 2021. Elections in the country follow an indirect model whereby state legislatures and clan delegates pick lawmakers for the parliament, who in turn choose the president. The process being more than a year behind schedule, the interim speaker called for a speedy completion of the work.